Hey guys, Mark McMahon Real Estate. Today I want to talk about private money and how you can use it, and probably give you kind of a hard time if you're not even trying to get it. All right, so if that's interesting, hit the like button, subscribe, and sign up for notifications. Allie really likes that. You guys ready to get going? I know you've been asking for it, so let's get going. Private money. What is private money? All right, private money is awesome. It is something that everybody should have in their arsenal every single day. If you're not using private money, you should be. Let's talk about the 3 kinds of different financing that you can use. Number 1, traditional. What is traditional financing? That is financing from a bank or a credit union or somebody else that will loan you money. You have to go through all the underwriting, you have to qualify, you have to have the FICO score, you have to have everything going for you, income and everything. All right, so that is traditional financing. When you get an FHA loan is traditional, a conventional loan is traditional, those types of loan products. All right. Number 2 is hard money. All right, what is hard money? Hard money is a product that most investors use the most often, it seems like. So hard money is not quite private money, and it's not quite institutional money. Hard money is someone that gets a fund together of other investors and pools their money and then loans you that money with a point spread. So let's say they're borrowing it from another investor at 5% and they're loaning it to you for 7 or 8%. So they're getting that 2 or 3 or 4 point spread. Plus they're going to charge you what we call points. A point is equal to 1% of the loan value. So if you've got a $100,000 loan, that's 1 point or $1,000. If you've got 3 points on your loan, that is equal to $3,000. So points equal pain. Hard money is great, but guess what's better? Private money. Number 3, private money. You can read this. Yuko and I started raising private money over 12 years ago, and we've been doing it consistently ever since then. So the amount of private money that we have available to us at any given time is quite a darn bit. Why is that? How did we do it? Relationships. Guys, we built relationships over the last 12 years with all of our lenders, and now we have a long list of people that want to invest with us. Why? Because we've never had an investor that lost money. Not one time. Now, there's been times where we've lost money, but we've always paid our investors back. Minimum of principal. I think we've only paid out principal only like 3 times in the last 12 years on projects that we lost a lot of money on. So if you want to keep your private lenders, always give them their money back. That way they will want to invest with you over and over and over. Okay, you guys want to know this. We've talked about private money a lot, but today we're going to talk about how you approach people, how you ask, which is not really asking, and how you secure it. All right, are you guys ready? Let's talk about it, because this will change your life. All right, how do you approach people that have money that might want to lend it to you? Well, number 1, you got to figure out if someone actually has it. The one thing I've learned with raising private money is more people that you know have it than you think. There's a lot of people out there that have money in their retirement account. There's a lot of people that have savings. There's a lot of people that just have money and you don't know it. They may look like they don't, but they do. A lot of people have equity in their house. They can use that. Guys, there's a lot of creative ways to talk to people about private money. So let's talk about a couple of them. So equity in the house. If someone's got equity, that's just sitting there doing nothing for the most part. Now, they can take out a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit. They can refinance and take some money out, which I don't suggest. There's a lot of things that they can do to get money out of their house to loan it to you so that you can increase what they've got, right? The value of their house, here's the magic part. The value of their house is going to keep appreciating whether they're borrowing money against it or not. So they're going to be making money on appreciation during that time, and they're going to be making money on their money. Isn't that pretty sweet? I mean, they're getting double the pleasure, double the fun, like double mint gum. Allie, do you remember that commercial?
No.
I didn't think so.
Mint gum though.
Yeah. Well, it was like 2 twins, and it was like double the pleasure, double the fun. Yeah. So people that have a house have equity in it. So they're going to be able to get times 2 their money. So that is one approach. Here's how I would approach my Uncle Fred. I would say, hey, Uncle Fred, did you know that I was flipping houses right now? Just yesterday, I went to the job site and one of my investors pulled up. He actually took out a HELOC on his house and he invested it with me, and I'm giving him 8% on his money, but he actually came by and picked up his check yesterday. It was pretty cool. I don't know, have you ever been out to one of my job sites, Uncle Fred? No? Man, why don't we do that next Wednesday? That'd be great. We'll go to lunch and you can come see the job, come see what I'm doing. I know you're interested. You're always asking me questions about my flips, but let's do that. In fact, I think one of my investors is going to be there that day too. So you can meet Jim and that'd be kind of fun. So guys, it's just making a natural conversation. The biggest thing that you need to do is make sure that you're not pushing them. You don't go in for the ask. They'll ask you if they're interested enough. It's like, kind of like when you knock on somebody's door and you're asking if they want to sell their house. If they don't, you can't make them. You can't make someone want to sell their house unless you offer them some astronomical amount of money, which of course, as an investor, you can't do that. So don't go in for the ask. Make them kind of ask you. So you're going to tell them a story about the flip, and then you're going to say that, you know, Uncle Joe's got, was it Uncle Joe? Jim.
No, Fred.
Fred. We have so many uncles. Anyway, you're gonna assume you have to know up front that he's got equity in his house for the most part, and I'm sure you would know that. And then you're gonna have to put that into the story. You have to put into the story that somebody else is doing that because that makes it okay. And even something like, yeah, this is the 3rd time they've done it, and they're super happy, and it's really great. Look, you have to tell the story and include all the facts. Now, Uncle Jim, Joe, or Jeb, whatever, Fred is going to think about that. That's going to stick in his mind. It's like, dang, my house is still going up in value. I can take money out, pay a small interest rate of like 3% on that, and actually get an 8% return. I'm making 5% on my money. That's ridiculous. I love it, right? So he's getting money for free for doing nothing. Make sure and tell the story. All right, so equity is a good one. People that have savings, that's a no-brainer, right? If people have money in the bank, it's sitting there making 0. That's another story. Go to whoever it is, Aunt Frida, say, Aunt Frida, I don't even know if you've even been to one of my job sites before. I'd love to have you come out. On Wednesday, we're having my other investors come by, and I'm going to be there. Maybe you could stop by and see it. A couple of my investors they've just got a savings account and they actually invest money with me and I give them 8%. It's really cool. But anyway, do you think maybe you'd be able to make it? Maybe we'll do lunch afterwards. Look, these are lame stories. They're just coming off the top of my head. Find a good story and make sure that you tell her what's going on, what they're getting, and make it personalized. All right, so that's savings. But I think probably the best one is a self-directed retirement account, self-directed IRA. If someone can self-direct that, they can actually invest that money into your real estate deals. That's super cool too, because most people, well, I can't say that most people have retirement accounts, but a lot of people have retirement accounts. Guys, if you can find someone with a retirement account and it's self-directed, they can invest that money in you and get back all the interest tax-free. How cool is that? All right, so that is another selling point for them. They will be able to make more money than probably the stock market. Well, maybe not the stock market when it's really frothy, but normally. And you guys can negotiate the interest rate. But Mark, what interest rate do I use? That's a good question. We've been asking ourselves that question for 12 years. We finally settled on 8%, and that's a really great return. But the funny thing is, we've actually asked people in the past, hey, I know you want to invest with us. That's great. What do you want to see out of it? And they always say something to the effect of, well, what are you paying? It's like, well, we really want to work with you, so we'd like to give you what you want. If you could pick an interest rate, what would it be? Well, sometimes they'll come up with like 20%. But sometimes they'll go, well, I know Mortgages right now are around 3%. So I don't know. Do you think maybe we could go 4? Yeah, I think I can do 4. I can do 4 because I like you. I can do 4 because I'm comfortable with you. I can do 4 because I think we're going to be able to do a lot of business together, whatever the reason is. Guys, a lot of times people will set that interest rate much lower than your expectations. So don't do something stupid and throw out a high number if you don't know where they're coming from. Now, do you take the chance of losing some of those people that might have gone for 8 and they come in at 12 and now they're set on 12 and they won't come down to 8? Yeah, maybe. But for the most part, from my experience, when you ask, it's just like when you're buying a house. You don't come in and say, I think your house is worth $120,000. You come in and say, so what do you think your house is worth? You want them to fire that first shot, right? Same thing with interest rates on private money. All right, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Private money is the bee's knees. It is so exciting. We use it all the time. And it's the one thing that has grown our business the most. And it'll grow your business too. Use it, take advantage of it, make more money. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and also sign up for notifications for Allie. Guys, we have a bunch of stuff at the bottom that you'll find really helpful. There's a driving app that will change your life. There is a list of how to get started in real estate investing that is absolutely free, that if you're just beginning, it's going to be really, really helpful. There's also Learn and Earn Bootcamp down there. If we're not actively doing one at that time, it'll show you the next date. Please sign up early. They always fill up. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, check out these 2 videos. They're really going to help you on your investment journey. I'm also on Instagram. Tons of great video content there. Really good stuff. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time.